Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now guys, we have to concede that there's a increasing religious tension in Nigeria. We have to concede that. Of course, there has always been religious tension in Nigeria, but now that tension is increasing. So now guys, I bring you this: Sultan of Sokoto under fire over comment about Christians in Nigeria. So that's the headline: Sultan of Sokoto under fire over comments about Christians in Nigeria. So now let's see now what the lead Muslim leader in Nigeria has been saying. The Nigerian Christian Graduate Fellowship NCGF has condemned the statement by the Sultan of Sokoto, wherein he was quoted to have said that it is a lie to say Christians are being persecuted in Nigeria. Recall that the Christian Association of Nigeria recently backed the inclusion of Nigeria in United States list of nations where religious intolerance was going on. A statement on Friday by Professor Charles Adisa, National President, and Mr. Onyenachi Nwegwero, General Secretary, described the Sultan's reaction as well as the attack on CAN as unfortunate. The statement also noted that the Christian leadership simply expressed its support to the international community as they have realized what many Nigerians have often lamented about, especially concerning Islamic fundamentalism, government tacit support of it, and its effect on Christian faith. NCGF said the Sultan should have expressed the subject matter of the international opprobrium which Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen have brought to the nation, or is His Eminence contesting that there is no religious intolerance in Nigeria, and that is with a question mark. If that is the position, we can say that the Sultan is being economical with the truth or is an accomplice. An interrogation of the subject matter shows that it is either the Sultan or the institution which he leads are willfully ignorant of the issues at stake, or he has chosen to play to the gallery as government spokesman. The Sultan cannot fault the CAN on the issue of research on effects of Islamic fundamentalism in Nigeria. We are aware that there exists quantum documentary evidence of murders against Nigerian Christians. Further, we are aware that the information at the disposal of the United States, which informed the decision to blacklist Nigeria, is combined effort of independent investigators and domestic observers of the nefarious activities of extremists and terrorists, especially Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen. We are embarrassed on the double standard attitude of the Sultanate, an institution that has kept mute to the serial decimation of Christian communities in the north, but suddenly found its voice because the government that has carried on as an appendage of the Sultanate is under fire. May we remind His Eminence that it is ungodly that his office has never, to the best of our knowledge, condemned these murderous acts. Even the most recent ones in Yobe State and Chibok in Borno State, where Boko Haram attacked Christian communities on Christmas Eve. Under the current government, several thousands of souls were wasted in southern Kaduna, Benue, Plateau, Taraba, and Adamawa. In 2019 alone, over 1,000 people were killed in the North Central. Those who doubt this fact should go to Google. The records are there. There has been mass burials in those areas and no single culprit has been apprehended, not to talk of persecution. Instead, it is the Buhari administration that has been either justifying the killings or telling us that criminals were coming from Libya. The president, through one of his spokesmen, Femi Adesina, once asked the people to give up their land for their lives. This is reprehensible and unprecedented in the country. So now it is really that last statement really that sums it all up, and it's quite shameful really, and also quite tactical on behalf of the Hausa Fulanis, or especially the Fulanis. We must now start to make that distinction and that demarcation between the Hausas and the Fulanis. So of course what we have at the moment in Nigeria is a Fulani government, so let's keep the focus on that. So it is quite reprehensible and also quite tactical on behalf of the Fulani government that we have in Nigeria to throw this Afonja Yoruba guy forward as the spokesperson for their atrocities. So let me now read that last paragraph again, because it is quite pertinent and it sums up the entirety really of this whole piece that I've just read to you. So I go again. Instead, it is the Buhari administration that has been either justifying the killings or telling us that the criminals were coming from Libya. The president, through one of his spokesmen, Femi Adesina, once asked the people to give up their land for their lives. So this is really the choice, because there's nothing that a man aligns to more than his land. Man, land, land, man. So this is really the story of any man really anywhere on this planet. A man wants to know that this piece of land belongs to me, and he will to the death defend that piece of land. And that is the story really of any man in any country on the surface of God's own earth. But what Femi Adesina, now the Afonja of the Malam Buhari regime, is now telling us is that the people should give up their land for their lives. This, of course, this is the last part of this article. This is reprehensible and unprecedented in the country. So they are saying give up your life. Well, it's one of the two really. You give up your life for your land, or you give up your land for your life, wherever you feel that that choice is best made. So that really sums up all of the narrative of this thing. But of course, the central focus is this really the Islamic faith in Nigeria, the Sultan of Sokoto, who is now trying to push back against what the Americans have now decided as a space of religious intolerance, which of course they've now slotted the Nigerian name into, and which of course the Nigerian name has always fitted into, more so since 2015. Just look at how the Fulani headsmen are able to ravage and savage all the way through the country from 2015 till date. Can you now, and if you do know of one instance that a Fulani headsman has ever been apprehended by a security operative in this country, please leave that in the comment section. Leave the name and the details, and I'll go do a research and do a video on it. Because in all of the years that these people have been raping, stealing and pillaging all the way through the whole of the Nigerian state, one Fulani headsman has been apprehended by this Fulani regime that we have in Nigeria. At the moment, it's never happened. So of course now the Americans have now looked into this space, because of course they have an ambassador in the country who is reporting back to say that, look, this is now a place that is in mass regress, and this is a ticking bomb, because if Nigeria implodes, we're talking about at least in excess of 120 million people. I don't buy into their narrative of Nigeria being 200 million people, because of course I think they're counting their cousins from Chad, Burkina Faso, Niger Republic, etc. But of course, they are not Nigerians. But Nigeria, it has a population at least approximately between 120 to 150 million people. So if that country now implodes, the whole of that Niger, Chad, whatever it is, that is so precious to them, will go up in flames. The Benin Republic and Togo, etc., will go up in flames. Cameroon will go up in flames. The whole of the West African sub-region will go up in flames, because if Nigeria burns, then Nigerians will stream out to wherever their point of exit is, and they will go en masse into all of these satellite countries, and those countries will be overwhelmed. So this is really the ticking bomb, and this is really what these international communities are reporting back to their country, to say that this country is now in a state of chaos. And this is now what this Afonja called Femi Adesina is now trying to bat back, saying give up your land for your life. Conversations in the comment section. The choice in Nigeria: give up your land for your life. Which one would you give up, your land or your life? But although there is that idiom, it is better to die on your feet than live on your knees. So how would you want to go, on your feet or on your knees? Come tell me all about it in the comment section. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Then come tell me, land or life, your choice in the comment section. So I'll leave you here. Carry on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.